What's up, man? Top of the morning to you. Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Hope everybody doing all right, man. Be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not a member of the channel, and also hit the notifications too, so that you're able to get each and every one of my videos. Okay, now Draymond Green, I gotta agree with them on this one. Came out and expressed his feelings in regards to everything that's going on about the ticky tack fouls that's been called, and I'm with Draymond. Now we could get back to playing basketball instead of always having to be worried about, oh, okay, well, I got to get to the line, because they become dependent on on the officiating. Like guys like James Harden. And look, I stand on it. I stand. It is my belief that he's not going to be able to adapt to what's going on. Not at least not that quickly. Not that quickly. Hey, what's up with it, LeBron and Globe? I see you. I see you in the building, Queen. Hey, Queen, remind me to get you a wrench too. Okay, I got to get you a wrench, sweetie. Salute to you though. Now, as much as we want to try to make excuses for James Harden, as much as we want to try to sit here and make all these type of uh, anything that you could say that's going to stray away from what the real issue is here, then you're not looking at the game in its proper perspective, because there's been plenty of young players that have dealt with the changes, the rule changes that's been going on. Now you're really going to have to play, and you're going to have to rely more so on skill, as opposed to you relying on the officiating just to get you to the line, or get you calls and stuff. And see, people want to see, up and down. I look, I love up and down. A call here and there, yes, that's fine. I like to see defense. I like to see when the refs don't show any type of remorse, and that's how it was. If you think this was bad, go back to go back to the '80s. I don't really like to make comparison to the '90s, because the '90s, uh, the '90s and early 2000, in my opinion, it started to get. That's where it started to get a lot of officiating involved and stuff like that. But in the '80s, man, you get knocked down, and you keep on going. That's why I stand on the '80s being more physical than the '90s. That's why, like, everybody, oh yeah, you couldn't play in the '90s and all this other stuff. No, could you play in the '80s? Could you play in the '70s? Could you play in the damn '60s? That's what the real question should be. That's what the real question should be. And see, y'all might not like Draymond. I don't like his personality. Sometimes, man, is in question. Now he's kind of simmered down just a tad. I thought what was real admirable of him is when John Morant had ran into him, was damn near, could have been a nasty injury, but he held him. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was okay. Yeah, he's starting to kind of mature. He's human just like anybody else. I just don't think that some of the stuff that he said in the past, needed to be said. And then, of course, the whole KD situation. But besides that, I never really had problems with Draymond as a player. There's some contrary to that, with a lot of the people that I talked to on here. But you know, If Draymond was to come to Philly, I would let it have him. I wouldn't have no problem with Draymond. I've always just questioned, okay, are you more than what you truly say that you are? If you're gonna talk that shit, then you really got to back it up. You said smash it like this. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Queen. Appreciate it so much. Um, Now I also have to say this though. Okay. Now it hasn't just been James Harden that's been coming out with uh, crying and complaining and stuff like that. It's been guys like Trey Young, and I've already talked about this before. And Trey Young, he really shouldn't be crying about anything because, okay, you're a skilled player. If you're to me, Trey Young is highly skilled. He's up there. He's up there with like a Kyrie Irving, who could get buckets no matter what type of pressure, no matter what type of defense that you throw at him, because he could go inside and he could go out. He can also facilitate. He can do. He's pretty much uh, a triple threat, a quadruple threat, really. And then Kyrie Irving, if he played right now, oh, he would love this. A lot of these guys, like I was talking about yesterday, with Spud Webb and Muggsy Bogues, in terms of their height and everything like that, they would be like, man, this game is soft as pancakes. I mean, in their perspective. Now, the average person right now that's looking at the game and they'll be like, oh man, this is soft and I could play in this league and stuff like that. Man, that's not really true. That's not really true because if you step up out there, oh, there's going to be certain things that you're going to have to work against. First and foremost, some guys aren't as big as some of these guys. Let's just get that out of the way. Then, second of all, some of y'all are not even in the condition to run up and down the floor, yet alone run up and down the block. Okay. Third of all, when you're saying, okay, yeah, this game is soft and everything like that, but then you actually go out there and play, and then you do get elbowed in the stomach, or you do get elbowed in the head, or you do get hit somewhere, then your perspective is gonna change. So sometimes a lot of people, they really have to really put context to what they're saying. They can't sit here and just say, "Oh, the game is soft. This player soft. That player soft." Hey, listen, as much as I get kind of annoyed with AD, I don't think that he's like soft in a sense where he's afraid of anybody or afraid of contact or none of that. I think where people are saying that he's soft, it's just like every time you turn around, there tends to be some problem happening or something like that, or you know, he's holding this or he's holding that. Oh, I'm in pain or something like that. I think that that's what people say, but I'm not. I would never, just like I wouldn't call another NBA player a bust. I wouldn't call any NBA any other. Okay, all right, Glow, all right, Queen. Salute to you. Salute to you. You know, a lot of um, a lot of people just can't withstand the rigors. Now, to me, a guy isn't soft if you're having to catch planes and be from city to city every day. Some of these guys are getting minimal sleep. Some of these guys are playing back to backs and stuff like that. That doesn't make you soft by any means. That doesn't make you soft by any means. And I'll tell you what, like there's plenty of people in this league right now that actually they love what's going on. There's plenty of former players that love what's going on. Now, is it exactly like the 80s or the 90s? No, it's not. I'm not going to sit up here and say that because a lot of there's a lot of situations that that were entirely different when you talk about the rule changes from the 80s and the 90s and even the 60s and 70s. And see, that's another thing too. I got to give another salute to to Raw for TV. Okay, see, what y'all don't understand, man, is y'all sit here and y'all just sweep under the rug the 60s and the 70s and the 50s and stuff like that when they were physical too. They were just as physical too, and you're not gonna you're not gonna say that because you'll look at the 60s and the 50s and all of that, and you'll be like, man, these guys were stick figures and all this other stuff. But until you actually got out there and played and stuff, I bet you a lot of those guys would be like, oh, okay. But you'll never be able to say that because you never played. So the only thing that you could go on is by what you see in film and stuff. But I don't never like with the college game. They'll be like, oh man, well college basketball is boring, or I don't want to watch that team. Shit, not to me. Not to me. It ain't boring to me. It's always some fun in any type of basketball. I'll watch a little kid game, but whenever my younger family members are playing or something like that. I like a high school game. I like high school game because they're playing. A lot of those guys out there are playing, because they don't really have anything left to do. They leave it all on the court. Some of these guys they want to act. They have dreams of actually going to college or actually playing professional and stuff, and they really want to do good and stuff. So they're putting in the effort into what they're doing. And I'm not saying that they're not doing that in the NBA, but you find a lot of guys. You look at their body language, man. It's ridiculous. It's like, do you even want to be here? And that's how I felt about Andrew Wiggins for some time. I was like, man, Andrew, like man, what's your body language now? Andrew is actually acting like he really wants to play. He's really putting in that effort. He's really really trying to make it known that okay, hey, look, I love this Warriors franchise, and I do want to stay. But you couldn't have said that when he was with Minnesota. You'll see it every now and then. But to me, Andrew Wiggins, he makes me upset, kind of like what I'm trying to think, like what James, like when I was talking about Jameis Winston. He makes me upset about that because see, you got all this talent in the world. Like when Andrew Wiggins came in, I was like, whoa, this guy, he's gonna be phenomenal. That's how I thought he was because I was looking at the Canada USA game, and I think it was him. I looked at him and guys like Jamal Murray, and guys like that. You know what I'm saying? I knew that okay, these guys they got uh they got all the potential in the world, all the talent in the world, but he just did not have in terms of his mental, in terms of his psyche, he wasn't motivated. He just was not motivated. And see, I was talking about Luca yesterday. I want to give a shout out to the brother AB the Hero. We were on this channel yesterday. I pulled up on his channel, and you know, uh, I was talking to a guy, man, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, well, Luca right now, I think he's amazing right now and stuff like that." Okay, yeah, Luca is great, but as much as you like Luca, he's a baby and he cries a lot. He cries a lot too. He's bitching about the officiating. But see, I'm kind of disappointed in Luca because I would think that you would be able to withstand the rigors of the physicality and the adjustment to the officiating. I would think that you would be able to withstand that, but no, obviously not. Because you complaining about calls and stuff like that. You, I mean, you sitting there. You're supposed to be now. You got to really see if your skills matter. You can't really blow by anybody. You're not in my opinion, you're not in the tip top shape from just looking at you. Because if you were in tip top shape, you wouldn't be huffing and puffing by the time the fourth quarter come around. And everybody thinks that I'm just bashing Luca. I'm just bashing Luca. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not bashing Luca at all. As a matter of fact, I like Luca. It's just you know you have to be fair and understand that he needs to improve in a lot of areas. And one of them is making his team even better. Yeah, I know y'all left. Oh well, no, I don't want to hear this about Luca. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. You know, people gotta, guys gotta stop crying, man. Guys gotta stop whining. It doesn't make the game any much better. And see, I have a feeling. I have a great feeling that what's up Chevy Chevy B850. I have a great feeling that somebody's gonna march in and start complaining to the NBA about this, and they're gonna backtrack. They're gonna go back on what on these rules and stuff like that, and then they're gonna try to make it to where guys are. You said keep talking that talk. Yeah, all the time, man. Just always stay hustling, stay grinding all the time. I think that guys are they're gonna go back and they're gonna start complaining, and the NBA PA is gonna get involved, and then they're gonna try to rechange everything, and then you're gonna go back to guys going to the line all the time and this and that, and always getting ticky tack foul calls. It's ridiculous. And look, I don't have a problem with the guy initiating contact. Yes, you're supposed to do that. But if you're just doing it as for one to just, get your stats, and for two, also trying to slow the flow of the game down, that says a lot about you. Listen, James Harden, man, as much as I love James Harden, I don't like what he does sometimes. And I'm very critical of James Harden. Look, he can't play during crunch time. Uh, he he has battled with his conditioning, but see, it's evident now with James Harden what's going on. He doesn't like to go up and down constantly. He just doesn't. Um, James Harden, he's an asthmatic. I think everybody knows that. If you don't, then I'm telling you now. And look, if you're not gonna come in ready to play and ready to be in shape and ready to go up and down, and relying on the referees to slow down so you could catch a breather, go play somewhere else. But you are at the best league in the world. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's fact, Chevy. That's big facts. And see, it's only going to get worse if you don't take care of your body. You see, a lot of people don't understand that. Like Kobe Bryant, they were actually a lot of people were looking at Kobe funny when he took some weight off. When he took some weight off of him, I think he lost. I want to say it was around 10 or 15 pounds or something like that. I can't remember, but he said he did it because he wanted to take weight off the pressure off of his knees and off of his ankles. So you're speaking facts on that, Chevy. And see, only a few cats could pull that move off. Never been known as a gym rat. Um, I mean, I got to give James Harden one. Um, I got to give him just a little bit of credit. Okay, James Harden, he'll play in the off season and everything, but he's not working out to the magnitude such as a Westbrook or such as a Kobe or such as um like a Giannis. See, that's why I was critical of Embiid. Shoot, I'm saying he is. Oh, he's lazy. Listen, and not the type of lazy, right? See, like not the type of lazy like where okay he don't want to play or anything like that. I'm saying he's lazy. He's lazy in the sense, right, Chevy, where he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go get down deep in the true rigors of everything. It's like okay, like for instance, you are under pressure in pressure situations because it's mental as well as physical too. You have a chance to either defeat your opponent or and then you have that pressure on your back and the pressure's mounted on you. But okay, Chevy, look, he's been in the first through third quarter dominating. Oh, James Harden, oh man, he's magnificent. But then when you get to the end of the game, when all the marbles is on the line and they need to count on you to hit them shots that you've been hitting early in the like in the second and third quarter and stuff like that, and then you down and everything, they expect you to bring it back. You've been dominating and saving the whole day. That says a lot about you. And time again, he has shown me that he has failed to get it done. And see, that's the same thing. My observation I have of superstars, like Giannis. As much as they talk trash about Giannis, he can't shoot, he can't do this, he can't hit a free throw to save his life, and all this other stuff. Guess what? Giannis ain't afraid of the moment. and he gonna do what he can. Like last year, you know what I'm saying? He did everything he can to go ahead and put it away. You know, Kobe Bryant, he did everything he could to put it away when it was necessary. MJ, everybody, you know, Reggie, even though he ain't got no ring or none of that, but he wasn't afraid of the moment, and That's what's separating guys like Ja Morant. Everybody's like, "Well, man, why are you so high on Ja Morant, man? It's still early in the season. It's still early in the season. So what? He's still doing it. But if he was 0-5, or if he was 0-6 or 0-7 or something like that, then you'd be like, oh well, Ja is struggling right now. I don't think I think he hit a slump and all. Okay, but okay, now, oh, it's too early. You understand what I'm saying? Like, make up your damn mind. Okay, yeah, he's in the running for Kia MVP. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Give him his just due. Well, Melo, man, it's early in the season. He's gonna wear down. Do you realize Melo is 50-50? 90 if I'm not mistaken. 50% from the field, 50% for three-pointer. Look, that was the most slept on pickup in the offseason. Nobody's talking about. That was the most slept on pickup. That pickup and the Evan Fournier pickup, and of course the Lonzo Ball and Vucevic earlier in the year with Chicago. Those were the best pickups. And I also like the move. Nobody's talking about the move with Oubre to Charlotte. That's what I was telling AB. They said I was capping. Everybody thought I was capping when I said Chicago is gonna be good this year. And look at them. Look at them. You guys gotta understand. We just want to see this. Imagine Melo and LeBron in Miami. Honestly, that would have been it would have been great, but I don't know, Chevy. I'm in the competition, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even like the fact that Wade and Bosh and LeBron had got together. I like to see them go at each other. I've been watching them guys go at each other since Saint Vincent, Saint Mary's, and Oak Hill. I used to love them games. I used to love them games. And yes, some of y'all might be surprised. Yes, they used to put LeBron's games on pay-per-view. We paid for them motherfuckers. Yes, I did. I enjoy it. Listen, I don't get personal with LeBron and all this other stuff. There's some people that are unsubscribed to me or not talk to me ever again just because I say, LeBron is a great player and stuff. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie. He listen, LeBron in high school, I absolutely enjoyed watching his game. Now I'm gonna tell you this: when LeBron first came in, I sat there, I watched. It was me, because I went to go visit my pops. It was in Virginia, and I went to go, and I had a friend of mine, and it was one of my best friends, man. And he was telling me about LeBron. He was like, "Yeah, man, it's this guy, man. They calling him the next Jordan. They calling him the next Kobe and all this other stuff. He gonna save the league. Da 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 da. All this other stuff." He was like, "Yeah, he East Bay funked in the game and all this other stuff." What's up, T Price? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm talking about LeBron. I know you don't like it, but finna talk about it. Y'all go subscribe to T Price channel. But he eats Bay funked in the game, and he did all this, he did all that. I like, all right, I'll check him out, check him out. So I flew up to Virginia. I flew to Virginia, and he was playing. I think he played Modern Day with DJ Strawberry. He it was on ESPN. And I was like, man, why y'all guys so amped? I'm talking about, look, we dog, we are ordering pizza for the game. That's how hype it was. Everybody wanted to see this guy play. You know what I'm saying? And you know, well, yeah, well, but T Price, some people get, very personal. And, oh, this guy talks about LeBron. You know what? I don't want to listen. Oh, he's talking about MJ. I don't want to listen. Oh, he's not on the same wavelength with me. He doesn't agree with me. He he said LeBron is great. I'm not gonna be your friend anymore. Oh, I don't have time for that shit. If you like the nigga, you like the nigga. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, man, just get the fuck over it. There's a lot of people that don't like Jordan that come to my channel. There's a lot of people that don't like Kobe that come to my channel. There's a lot of people that don't like LeBron that come to my channel. There's a lot of people that don't like Kareem that come to my channel. There's a lot of people that don't like me that come to my channel. You know what I'm saying, T Price? T Price, they be up in there. Jordan, why do you like him? Oh my God. And see, that's the obsession that they have. But anyway, I'm just fucking with you, Chief Price, man. But that's how they be acting. Anyways, man, listen. They okay, look. They okay, so we watched the game. We watched the game, and then next thing you know, they sit there and they were like, "Oh yeah, well, they were hyping this guy up and everything." But from me and what my pops was looking at, and from what my best friend was looking at, we were like, man, nah, ain't no way this guy is ready for the league. Now my best friend, he was actually combative. He was like, nah, man, give him time. It was just a bad game, da 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 da. Cause he when he shot the ball, he was like, he shot an air ball, at the side. I think it was at the side and stuff like that. But he made some decent passes and stuff like that. But we were like, we don't know. And so I started to follow him a lot and see what he was doing. And I looked at the Adidas camp. Now the Adidas camp, is what sold me. You know what I'm saying? I looked at some of the games that he was playing in that and stuff, and started looking at some of his highlights and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and actually looking at the games. But then I watched him and I watched Melo play, versus each other. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, then, the 25 against Phoenix and stuff like that. I was liking the way he played, but then after Miami, he started to kind of change a little bit. But before that, you know what I'm saying, LeBron was always great to me. He didn't really have he had the skill in terms of court vision and stuff like that or whatever, but in terms of his footwork and all that other stuff, it wasn't in any type of comparison to a Jordan or a Kobe or nothing like that. I never looked at his game that way. Uh, he just didn't have that type of that type of game. Maybe with the athleticism, that's about it. That's why I never really like comparing them two guys. But the thing about it is, to get to the point, um, it'd be silly for me to sit up here and say that I didn't like those guys going at each other, because I like Melo and what he did and how he came in. Because when they went at each other, if you go look at the highlights and stuff with him and LeBron, they were going at it, and that's what I like. They were, top two players in the land going at it, and that's what I wanted. So them getting on a team together in Miami, and them getting on a team together, you know, right now, stuff like that. I'm not really, uh, that great of a fan of it. But it is what it is now. There's nothing we could do about it. Now we just gotta play. But if they lose, they gon' the media is not gonna have they're gonna be cutthroat to it. Just how like they're being cutthroat with Westbrook now. And Westbrook is my favorite player. But he's gonna be the doormat, he's gonna be the punching bag. Unfortunately, he's gonna be the doormat, he's gonna be the punching bag, and not only that, they they'll use anybody. It's just like this. I'll leave you with this before I go ahead and bounce out. Think about it. Chevy and T Price. Um, Chris Bosh was the whipping boy when he first got to Miami. They absolutely destroyed Chris Bosh. And see, I've seen both of them, Chris Bosh and LaMarcus Aldridge play. I saw LaMarcus Aldridge play from afar. I seen Chris Bosh play in person. Chris Bosh is extremely, extremely fundamentally sound. And the thing about it is I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of like, man, what are you doing when he was at college, when he was at GT. I was like, man, I don't think that this guy is gonna he gonna make it or whatever. But he went in because when he was in high school, he was out there killing. And the thing about it is Chris Bosh could shoot. Always could shoot. Like, man, you'd be like, man, what the fuck is this 7-footer doing? Jakob, Jakob, like pretty ass game. Like, you know what I'm saying? For a big man and stuff. A little slow, but he was real fundamentally sound, making guys miss and everything, finish up softly. And sometimes every now and then, you know what I'm saying, throw it down, could run quite a bit. Not fast or nothing like that, but and I was like, wow. And he ended up coming in and killing with the Raptors. And then when he came in with the Raptors, then he went to Miami or whatever. People were talking about Chris Bosh as if this guy wasn't no superstar, like as if he didn't make an impact on the Raptors and stuff like that. But see, he was playing with two other supers. He was playing with two other superstars. You know what I'm saying? That need their touches, that want their touches, and uh, they're used to having the ball a big percentage of the time. That's a big adjustment. So when they think of Bosh, they're not going to compare them to LeBron or Wade because Wade and LeBron were more successful, especially when you talk about the '03 draft. And see, that's the situation that's going on with Russell Westbrook. They're gonna be like, well, who's been the most successful out of all of them? You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna try to pick apart their games and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, oh well, Russ, he's at the bottom of the barrel, so we got to blame him. And that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's called yeah, cognitive conditioning. They program you to think that Russell Westbrook is this way or this that way, and then they'll come on the shows, and that's all they. Once you get on Westbrook, they don't have anything great to say. It, you never find anything great. Or you know what, man, I don't like this player. I don't like that player. I don't like this player. Okay, but do you find anything good in them? Can you stand in front of them? But people don't like to hear that. People don't like to hear it. So y'all tell me what you think. I done talk long enough. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Also hit the notifications too. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Polo Sports Talking ENT, man. I get at y'all later.